Hello everyone, in today's Explain Why series, we are going to understand a beautiful concept, that is why Fovea Centralis has the maximum visual acuity. Many a times we call it as the central vision and it has got the maximum visual acuity. Let's try to understand the reason behind it. So there are almost 4 reasons for it, and the first and foremost reason is that it has the highest concentration of the cones. The cone density is very high in this particular Fovea Centralis region. So the concentration of the cones is very high and they are very densely packed, and because of this they are able to sense the light receptors properly and they are able to get the good vision. And not only that, the convergence of cones on the bipolar cells and the ganglion cells is of the ratio 1:1. What does it mean? If there is a particular cone, it is in turn getting its impulse to the one bipolar cell, which is in turn it is giving impulse to the one particular ganglion cells. So they are very much in a sequence and all of them has the convergence ratio of 1:1, which is very high in comparison to the other parts of the vision. And the other layers of the retina, as we will see in the next figure, they are displaced, because whenever the light enters, it has to pass on through many layers and finally it will hit the photoreceptor layer. But here the other layers are dispersed so that the light is directly passing on to him and it is hitting on the photoreceptor layer. And the fourth reason is that the blood vessels are very minimal and their interruption over this particular region is very minimal. They say that here the blood supply almost go through the form of diffusion and the arteries are not very close near to this particular fovea region. We can see these features in the diagram. As you can see here, whenever the light is falling on the fovea region, the other layers, as you can see here, they are dispersed. It's like they are moved away and they are giving the way for the light. And this light is directly going and hitting the photoreceptor layer. Whereas in the other regions, the light has to pass through the several regions and then they will finally hit the photoreceptor layer and to be carried to the ganglion cell layer. But here the other layers are dispersed. And the density of the cones is very high in this region. So these are the 4 primemost reasons for the fovea having the maximum visual acuity. So thank you for listening to the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends. Thank you so much.